former government worker, 49, suffered a stroke triggered by his cough. A former government worker has told how he suffered a stroke after a nasty cough caused a rift in his artery. Paul Park, who had no underlying health issues, could only say a few words and had no use in his right-hand side a few days after the stroke. The 49-year-old from Cheltenham had to quit his job of 30 years working in IT at the Ministry of Defense. He believes the stroke may have been caused by a tear in one of his carotid arteries, a problem triggered by his cough. A carotid dissection, the medical term for a tear in one of the arteries that supply blood to the brain, is a no cause of stroke. Mr. Park said, I had a nasty cold and a violent cough in the week leading to my stroke, which may have caused the damage to the artery in my neck. I remember my eyes just feeling like tiny little things that kept going and coming back. After my stroke, I spent 6 months in rehabilitation. I could only say 3 words, yes, no, and computer. I worked with computers for 30 years at the Ministry of Defense, but I had to leave the job after my stroke. Mr. Park's speech and movement have slowly improved in the 2 years since his stroke, thanks to his newfound passion for art. He attends a stroke association support group, has regular speech and language therapy. He has discovered a newfound love for art. Mr. Park said, every Monday morning, I attend a group with other stroke survivors, and it's great. For the first time, I recognize there are other people like me. I love doing my art too. It has helped so much. I love pastels, watercolors, and oil painting, even though I have had to learn to do it with my left hand. My speech is improving. It is getting better and better. From day one, I have tried to be positive and to keep going up and up. Mr. Park is also helping to spread awareness that stroke can happen to anyone, anytime, and the effects it can have. Recently, he gave a talk at a school in Cheltenham to showcase his artwork, tell his story, and talk about how learning to paint with his weaker hand. Stuart Cooper, head of volunteering and community at the Stroke Association, said, we are delighted to see the progress Paul has made. He has been so positive and worked so hard since his stroke. He's a real inspiration. Our volunteer groups can be a lifeline for people like Paul who are rebuilding their lives after stroke. He added, we would like to hear from local people who can volunteer a few hours to help. A carotid dissection is a tear in one of your carotid arteries. There are a set of 2 arteries at the sides of your neck that supply blood to your brain. A dissection is a tear of the inner layer of the wall of an artery. The tear lets blood get in between the layers of the wall and separate them. This causes the artery wall to bulge. The bulge can slow or stop blood flow through the artery. It can also cause problems by pressing on nearby tissue or nerves. The tear can also trigger your body's clotting system. A clot can then block blood flow at the site of the tear. Blocked or decreased blood flow can lead to a transient ischemic attack, TIA, or stroke. A carotid dissection can happen at any age. It tends to occur more often in younger adults than in older adults. It is a common cause of stroke in people younger than age 50. It is slightly more common in men than in women. This condition is often caused by a neck injury from things such as short setters in a hospital.